All right, we got Donnie with a Christmas story for you guys.
So, I'm a big holiday lover. I mean, I love holidays. So, what would I do if I'm kind of on a bad one, but kind of on a good one, but kind of got like a little something going on in my life, and I got everything in the right pocket? It's about a couple grand. That's all I got. But I love my daughters. I love my kids. I do. From the bottom of my heart. No matter, my intentions are always wonderful. My actions might not always be the best, but my intentions were good. So my actions on this night were solid. I stayed sober for one whole day because I was seeing my kids on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve rolls around and I'm hanging out with the kids. We go shopping. I take the ex-wife. I was going to take down the promenade. I got a couple grand in my pocket. I spent every penny I had on my children's gifts and even on my ex-wife buying her a nice dress that night. I took them all out to dinner with no, like, has to be Christmas Day too, but I was invited Christmas morning to meet them there at her house. Christmas morning rolls around. Again, one more day, I stayed sober, okay? And not just for the kids, but I wanted to be sober in my heart. But you know, sometimes things happen and we use them as excuses to get high, and there's consequences behind those actions that we take. Anyway, so that night we have a great Christmas Eve, wonderful night. Drop the kids back off with the, Tamla takes off with my kids. Christmas morning rolls around. I'm supposed to be calling them at 10 o'clock and be over at her house at 11 o'clock. 9 o'clock rolls around. No answer. 10 o'clock rolls around. No answer. 11 o'clock rolls around. No answer. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm now pissed. I'm hurt. I don't have any recovery in my life. I have one day of sobriety, but I have no recovery, nowhere to do, no one to turn to. So what did I do? Starting to feel a little bit better. Uh-oh. Starting to get a little bit angry. Starting to get a little bit bitter. Now I gotta go take a bike ride. I ride my bike to the Palisades. After drinking and smoking and doing all this stuff, I'm beat. It's now about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening, and I still have not heard from the kids or the ex-wife. I heard from a friend of mine, though, that she had this guy, John, over there, and they were playing family and so forth and so on. So be it. I still, it's not my home. But I'm still getting very angry about all this. So I'm tired. I am beat up. I'm tired. I'm drinking a bunch of Jack Daniels. I've had a couple of smokes and some weed, and I now want my drug of choice, which is the uppers, but I'm running low on cash now at this point, you know what I mean? So I'm going up this big hill, it's called Temescal Canyon. It's right where I grew up. I grew up in the Palisades. I don't know if you guys have told you at the beginning, but anyway. So I'm going up this big old hill, and there's this convertible Jaguar with the top down. Everyone's walking there. The kids are all down the beach, and everyone's walking around, this and that. So I'm pushing my bike up the hill, dude, and I see this convertible Jag sitting right there. I'm going, I could use a couple dollars. And I'm not a big thief. I can't steal a Snicker bar if I'm sober. But when I'm on a bad one like that one, I sure could jump in the convertible Jaguar with the top down and try to see if there's any change left in there. So I do that. I jump in the car and I sit in there and I find the wallet right there. It's got a bunch of money in it. And I'm now going, wow, this is a comfortable car. Okay. So I fall asleep. I wake up to seeing these two big buff dudes. They're running. I'm going, oh my God. Yes, they come up to the door. So I go this. And I jump off the front of the hood, onto the hood, and I jump onto my bicycle, and I'm now flying down, go down to Temescal Canyon. So I go to my bike and kick the chain brakes. I'm going, oh my God. So I'm now coasting down the hill, and there's a good Samaritan on a good old-fashioned 10 speed, just, Cannondale, I got you, motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere. I got you. I'm going, dude, get away from me, all right? I'm got no chain. I'm on an old beat up, whatever you want to call it. I get down the bottom of Temescal, and this guy's just all over me. Dude, I got him. There's a thief right there. I'm just going, dude, get away from me. The guys there in the car, in the Jag, whatever, they're way back up the hill. They're starting to jog down, but so I push it through PCH, dude. Car, I get the other side, dude. I get on my bike and I'm like, damn pedal. There's a good Samaritan. I got you, buddy. You ain't going nowhere. I'm just going, oh my God. Push it back across PCH, dude. Yeah, there's a big mountain that goes up there. That's Temescal Canyon. It's about a mountain like this, right? I'm climbing that mountain, dude. I'm tired. There's homeless people in there going, dude, don't bring the heat over here. I'm going, dude, I'm just trying to get away from this guy. So I'm climbing up the mountain, dude. I'm getting way up there, dude. And there's a good Samaritan. I got you, dude. You ain't going nowhere. He's still on me, right? So I'm at the top of the mountain, dude. I'm looking down now, and I'm seeing like a crowd of people, dude. They're all pointing up there. You gotta recognize too, this is like where I grew up. This is like my backyard, you know? And it's Christmas Day. And I see the cops rolling up down there, dude. You know, the cops start climbing up the mountain. I'm seeing them climb up the mountain. I'm just going, oh my God. So that was all good. At this point though, I'm just going, you know, fine, you know, I'm gonna have to work something out with the cops. But then the worst thing that could possibly happen in your hometown is you see the fucking Channel 4 News helicopter come up. So now I'm picturing myself on the news, Donnie Hullett arrested today for getting, you know, just all this stuff, my kids being embarrassed, all this stuff. I'm just going, oh my God, what did my life come to? Now there's two different scenarios that could have gone down in this whole deal. One, I could have just like maybe not gotten loaded that day, and you know, maybe seen the kids eventually. Monday would have been coming around, I could have seen them the next morning. Two was do what I did and then jump like I was getting ready to go do, you know. Cops get to the top of the mountain, I go, and they're yelling at me for me to come down. And I'm on the tip. I'm about 60 yards away from Glory Town, which is the top of Villa de la Paz. But you know, I had no energy, and I'm not the professional mountain climber. You know what I mean? But I was deep up there. A good launch and a good roll and a good broken neck, and I probably wouldn't have to think about it. So I told the cops, dude, I'm jumping! Either you give me your jacket, you put it over my head, or take me down to your car and get me the hell out of here, or I'm jumping. Okay, I'm trying to negotiate my life for a jacket over my head. Is that not pathetic? It's very pathetic. So, of course, the cops, you know, reluctantly, the hard bargaining that they did, they gave me their jacket, I put it over my head, and they carried me down there. They did put me in the back of the car. I didn't even have to give them my name until we were blocks away. They got me the hell out of Dodge. I'm grateful to the LAPD because that was probably the one of the fond memories that I have of getting loaded, because you know that was when it was working. So you know, you get even much worse than that because you know. Anyway, that was just a nice Christmas Day story. So
did you get charged?
I did get charged.
Did you go to prison?
I didn't go to prison. No, I got charged for vandalism of the guy's car, and I got charged for for vandalism. They charged me for vandalism. They let me out about 4 hours later. Cops down at the station felt bad for me. You know, I cried the blues. But the reality is that, you know, I didn't get to see my kids that night. I probably would have had I not got loaded and drunk. But again, too, for any of you moms out there that, you know, I was a single father, and, you know, I went through years of torture where, the kids were used as a little baiting tool for me over here. You know, it wasn't right. Fathers in California have no rights whatsoever. Women got away, my ex-wife got away with murder. We're talking about every holiday, we're supposed to split them up, she'd take off for the entire holiday with the kids. And I at times in my life, I had a lot of money, and I had the means to take care of them, and I had a home to take care of them, and you know, the ex-wife wouldn't put them in good places, and she was doing what she does, and she was no better than I was. She just didn't get caught as many times because she was blonde, beautiful with what they do. They can get away with a lot more. And the courts in California, though, they give a lot of love to them women. So if you're a single father out there and you're struggling and you relate to this kind of a story, call me, because I can let you know now that there was a judgment put against me that was for $240,000 in checks that were unpaid child support. And the reality of the truth was that she had been paid. And my daughter gave me a box full of the receipts. For all your mothers out there, if you do ever lie like that to the courts and say you never were paid, I suggest you throw away all your carbon copy checks. But she didn't do that. She kept them in a shoebox. And Hunter brought my daughter. She brought them over to me and gave me one day. And she was very happy about it because she now realized that I wasn't the deadbeat dad Mom was playing her out to be. And so that did get resolved with the courts. The courts told me this. They said, "What do you want us to do? Put her in jail?" I go, "What's that going to do? Put baby's mom in jail. What's that going to do? Nothing." So I didn't press any charges on her. I did ask the courts to waive me of the extra years that would have been paid, and I was relieved of my child support early, 2 years early. But I still gave her money anyway. It wasn't about that. But the whole Christmas thing, though. Christmas is a special time of year, and the kids are looking forward to having their family together. If families get together and they try to do that, the best thing for families and for the kids is that the parents can be human beings and raise the kids together. We did. My daughter went to UCLA. She went to Berlin and got her master's degree, and she's out in a boat right now over there in Catalina, so where they're doing some boating and stuff, and she's making films, documentary films. She's an amazing girl. My other daughter's working up in Hollywood. She's a manager of a restaurant. She's doing amazing also. And, I'm very blessed and lucky, but at the same time, I got to remember that, it just takes one for that whole cycle to start all over again. It just takes one. And recovery is a precious thing. It's a gift. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today's a present. It's a gift. It's a gift.
Thank you so much for your time, Donnie. My subscribers are gonna love this. Some of them are struggling. Some of them are in the MAP program. Some of them are sober.
If you're in MAP, I'm a MAP Music Cares alumni too, and
Music Cares Foundation.
yeah.
Donnie's next story we're gonna do is I'm just gonna briefly say he was doing cocaine at the White House with the Secret Service and a bunch of strippers. So coming next.
Yeah, that's
Please.
another good one too.